G'day, welcome to the beauty vlog. Yeah, it's not going to work, is it? This is not the face for a beauty vlog. But I want to talk about something interesting. Now, I'm an old person, can you tell? I will be 70 in a few short months. And I made a decision a while ago that I didn't want to be a frail old person. I look around me and I see there are some old people that are really frail. Now, sometimes it's not their fault. They might have some kind of underlying illness that makes them weak and frail. But a lot of old people choose frailty as a lifestyle option. They don't exercise, they don't get out, they don't do anything. If they want to go, a few hundred yards down the road to get a bottle of milk from the shop, they'll drive instead of walk. And the result is they just waste away. It's a thing called sarcopenia. Once you reach 40, your muscles start disappearing. Like it or not, they just waste away. Your body doesn't need them because you're old. They disappear. And so much percentage of your muscle every year after the age of 40 starts just vanishing, going away, unless you do something to fix it. Most people don't. Most people don't bother. They just take it as it comes. So you look at your average 60 or 70-year-old, they've got thin arms, and they walk slowly, and you notice it too, because sometimes the slower your body moves, the slower your mind moves. And I didn't want any of that. Didn't want a part of that, because 3 or 4 years ago I was diagnosed with Parkinson's. I figured the future could be pretty bleak if I let it be. But I've always been a battler. I've always been someone who stood up to challenges instead of just sitting back and going, oh, how bad am I? How sad am I? I take on a fight. A fight is great. Always have a fight. So I decided to pick a fight with Parkinson's and with aging, and I've done it. This is what I look like without my t-shirt on. My God, it's not pretty, is it? But it is. At least it's not frail. I am not frail. And so I've achieved my goal of being a robust old person. I am robust. And that's important because part of the Parkinson's is that I fall over a lot. Parkinson's has this thing. You're walking along and all of a sudden your brain decides that your legs are not necessary, they're not connected, and your legs stop moving. But of course the top half is still moving, you fall over, boom, that's it, splat. So as part of, I've seen a video on this channel before, I talked about what I learned when I was taking judo as a younger person, learned to fall properly. So part of that is you end up rolling, I land on my shoulders, and I didn't want to be in a position where every time I fell over I broke my collarbone or broke a bone or something like that. So I decided time to put a bit of muscle on the shoulders, a bit of padding, could have been fat, but I wanted muscle, a bit of padding on the shoulders. And now when I fall over, I bounce like a beach ball, bounce down the road, roll down the road. I'm robust. It's great. I'm nearly bulletproof. I feel like I'm nearly bulletproof. And so I thought maybe someone else out there watching this wants to come on that journey. Would you like to be robust rather than frail when you get to my age? Even if I started at 67, so you can start this as late as you like. Now, I'm not a fitness influencer. I don't intend to become a fitness influencer. You look online, there are so many people, and they've got these big pumped up steroid bodies, and you buy my supplements, buy my program, and in 90 days you'll look like me, and it's all bullshit. It doesn't work that way. But they make a lot of money out of it. They make a fortune out of it, selling their exercise programs and their supplements full of nothing but hype and snake oil. I'm not about to do that, but I thought maybe I could share my experiences in going from a 92 kilo weakling with pencil thin arms and legs to the guy I'm now, who is, I'll just say robust. We won't say that I'm an Adonis or anything like that, because that's obviously not true. But I have toughened myself up to the point now where I feel quite confident dealing with life's daily challenges, that I don't feel that I'm going to get blown over by a gust of wind. Certainly I'm not going to get mobbed by a group of women, but I'm in a place where I'm happy about it. I'm probably bigger, stronger, musclier, and more robust than 95% of people my age, and that's a really good feeling to know that I'm right up there, because it affects your longevity. People who lose their muscles to sarcopenia and become frail die much younger. An example: if you fall over and break your hip when you're old, there's a very high chance that you will die within the 5 years that follow. It's just a statistic. But if you are strong enough that you can fall over without breaking anything, you're going to live longer. And all the medical studies point to it. There's a direct correlation between the amount of muscle mass you carry, as long as you're not one of these people jacked up on steroids, where your heart expands and you die, basically you crush yourself from the inside. It's not the way to do it. And Schwarzenegger's had, 4 open heart surgeries? No, I just wanted to be, I'm not injecting steroids or anything like that, you can tell. But, it just 5 minutes a day. 5 minutes a day is all the time I spend with my janky little weights. No gym subscription, no gym membership, just my janky little weights I bought 30 years ago, 5 minutes a day, and I've achieved what I wanted to achieve. I could be a bit thin, I could lose a bit of body fat. But when you're old, there's nothing wrong with a bit of body fat. Body fat is your way of, that's nature's way of seeing you through the lean times. And hey, we've got an economic depression coming. I need to have a bit of body fat, I might not be able to eat. So yeah, I'm not looking to have the rippling six-pack abs and stuff. I just want to be bit tougher, able to deal with the knocks that life delivers. So if you want to join me and you want to get that way too, then instead of watching all the bloody fancy schmancy, bodybuilding, they call themselves fitness, but they're not necessarily fit. They might have big muscles and be strong, but they're not fit. Fitness involves a lot more than just having massive great muscles. And so I'm happy to share what I've done because I'm reasonably fit. I walk on average 6 or 7 kilometers a day over and above my normal walking around. In the summer times I'll go for a 20k walk. And I think nothing of it. It's fine. It's great. So let me know. Go down to the commenty bit. Tell me what you think. Would you like to see me share the experiences I've had in the last 3 years, how I've managed to do this and get to a state I'm happy with in a fairly short space of time? And most of that development happened in the first 12 months. I haven't grown much since. I think in the first 12 months I put on 1.5 inches on my arms, and it's taken me 2 years to put on another 0.5 inch because I'm not going out there to become a muscle man. I'm just keeping up my simple 5 minutes a day of exercise. So I'll give you my hints, tips and tricks, maybe not scientific, maybe they won't work for you, but it's just what I've experienced, what I've done, and I tend to be fairly methodical in keeping a track of what works, what doesn't. So let me know if you want to become an old bugger like me. I'll help you become one, and hopefully you become even older because you're not frail. There you go, that's it. Not a beauty vlog, not a fitness vlog, just me, as usual. Thanks. See you soon.